Just about to open up the second quarter here in Eugene, Oregon, and look at the numbers so far. Oregon, throughout the season so far, has been on the field defensively much more than the offense. Not today. 26 plays for the Ducks, 15 offensively for Cal. They'd love to keep Javid Best off the field. Masoli's been very good so far. Touchdown! Ed Dickson with the catch, and a great throw from Jeremiah Masoli. 26 yards, and that's his first this season. And Masoli is 10 of 13 so far in the game. The Ducks will do this now. They'll spread you out. Quick throw, trying to get there, and they do. Morgan Flint, the place kicker with the catch, takes it in. Chip Kelly going deep into the bag of tricks. How you like that, Mr. Norrie?
Well, going back to the touchdown, they're going to fake the wide receiver screen, and then they're going to bring the tight end outside, Ed Dickson. This is a great play design. Watch, they fake the wide receiver screen, they bring him outside, Dickson out of the inside slot, and the throw absolutely freezes Marcus Ezef.
And on the extra point, oftentimes, when they're kicking it, Oregon will go wide, come back in, give you the different look. This time, they go for the two.
And that's Nate Costa, the backup quarterback, and he flashes a little arm strength outside to Flint. How about Flint making the catch with nice soft hands?
You know, David, you look at the last couple of years and what they've done offensively with Chip Kelly as the coordinator. And they averaged 42 points a game last year, almost 500 total yards a game. It's been almost non-existent up until this point. Ross and Vereen back deep. Shane Vereen from the goal line. Had a good one last time. Still up. Finally brought down out at the 45. Good field position for the Cal Bears as we send it back to Matt Weiner in the studio for an update. Miami's been terrific to this point. Now they're down 2 touchdowns. Not an offense that can bring you back, though. Speaking of offense, Jeff Tetford goes back to work from the 44. Jones in motion. Best slips away from one, but not the second one. So Javid has yet to break open a run. And if you're Nick Aliotti and Chip Kelly, you're saying, hey, we have gone into the second quarter and held Cal to just 3 points. This is the second leading scoring team in the nation.
Well, Kevin Riley is going to have to sooner or later hook up with one of his big play wide receivers. You have to make a defense pay for playing these kinds of numbers up on the line of scrimmage.
Movement on that line, and the flags come in.
Prior to the snap. False start. Number 75 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
Cal, the least penalized team in the Pac-10 to this point. And Tetford, who spent time, valuable time as the offensive coordinator here. Both his coordinators also were here at Oregon. Aliotti, the long-time defensive coordinator, up in the box, his third stint at Oregon. They snap it right to Best. Wildcat comes outside across midfield and may have a first down. He's right at the marker. A gain of 11 for Javid.
When you have a Javid Best in the backfield, defenders are not going to be able to attack. They're going to play you in a way where they're flat-footed. And how about Best just freezing players on the perimeter. And the speed to catch the edge. That was Paysinger, an outside linebacker who can run like the wind.
Yeah, they've got some linebackers who will chase you down. Best on first down. Not going to get away this time. Wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Sini Toena, the senior from American Samoa, and a loss of 4.
The Ducks are doing a nice job of getting off of blocks. If you're going to hold Javid Best through 60 minutes, you got to get off blocks, and you have to be good tackling the ball carrier. That's a great play by an inside defensive lineman.
See if Riley can do something here now on 2nd and 14. Going to hand it off to Vereen. Tough running and flags late. Well, this is a defense that is hitting hard right now. Talmadge Jackson hitting Vereen. Costly. So the face mask against
personal
the
foul.
Ducks.
Face mask, number 88 on the defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Brandon Bear with the face mask, and you stop them on 2nd and 14, and yep, there it is.
Yeah, that is Bear, and that is, you know, the face mask didn't last long, but it lasted long enough to draw a 15-yarder.
And they're all 15-yarders now.
And remember, the 15-yarder against Cal played heavily into that scoring drive for the Ducks.
Play action. Riley going up top near sideline. Tucker flags on the play in the end zone. Varan Tucker, Talmadge Jackson going at it. And another flag after the play when they were jawing at each other.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if this goes against Tucker. A lot of talking going on after the play. Tedford not very happy with his wide receiver.
Yeah, Tucker's not liking the talking right now that he's getting on the sideline.
Now, this could negate a 15-yard penalty in Cal's favor.
Well,
we got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Tucker. Jackson picked up a personal foul, and then he got the...
During the play, there are 2 fouls on it. Offensive or defensive pass interference, number 37. After the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike, number 1 on the offense. Both penalties will be administered.
all right, so he said number 1, Marvin Jones. I'm not sure it was Marvin Jones. Tucker was the guy there.
And they also indicated a personal foul call against Oregon, and evidently they're not going to call that. And that's a good call there on pass interference. Nice throw by Kevin Riley, puts pressure on Jackson. Ball was slightly underthrown, but he got the ball out there in time. And then there's Tucker. And you know, you don't need to do that. You don't need to get up and talk to the defensive back. And you know, that hurts Cal when you don't have the poise after the play is over to get back to the huddle.
And you saw Jones was there trying to calm down Tucker. Holly and Vereen out of the eye on 1st and 10. Vereen going nowhere. Boy, this is tough to run against this Oregon Duck defense. Spencer Paysinger, the junior from LA, in there quickly.
Well, there's no doubt that the linebacking group for Oregon is the strength of this defense. And Paysinger was a wide receiver at the high school level. He has developed his body, has nice instincts. He was all over the field a week ago against Utah in the win.
Yeah, think about that. High school wide receiver playing linebacker in the Pac-10 at about 215. Right to Best again. He's going to run this way. They tried that earlier. It didn't work. Doesn't work this time. Knocked out of bounds right at the 30. Marvin Johnson. It'll bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, Brian Hawley, the fullback, was trying to get out on the perimeter, and he misses the cut. Watch Hawley out here. He's going to throw a cut block, and he's going to miss. And if he gets a piece, Best gets the first down.
3rd and 11. Here comes the crowd again. Javid Best comes near side. Wiley sets up the screen over the middle, complete. Not going to make it to a first down, though. Anthony Miller, the tight end. It'll be 4th down. So Vince D'Amato, who hit one earlier from 47 yards, is going to try from 43. No good. Just outside the left upright, and it is still 11-3 Oregon. Sling and a prayer. I love that name. And McMahon co-MVP with our own Craig James, who I think is still upset about that outcome.
He could pack the mail. Both of those players lined up against each other in the '86 Super Bowl.
Right. Dixon with the catch. There's a first down. 4 catches already for Ed Dixon, having a breakout game against Cal. Well, Masoli's been sharp through the touchdown pass to Dixon.
You go back to last year, the final 3 games of the season, including the big bowl win against Oklahoma State. Masoli posted big numbers throwing the football. And a lot of people around Eugene have been wondering where that's been early season for Oregon.
High snap. Masoli lost it. Cal's got the football. The Bears take over. Michael Kendricks fell on it. And it may have been a little high, but Masoli, it looked like, who had trouble last week with the snaps, David, should have had this.
Yeah, this has been a real problem area, and that's a perfect snap. I just don't understand what Masoli's having a problem with on these snaps. And you go back to last week against Utah, a couple fumbles, a couple big turnovers, and that was a perfect snap back from Jordan Home.
I had a number of those last week against Utah. So it gives the Cal offense another opportunity with great field position. Riley, though, only 12 yards passing in the game so far. He dropped the football. It's loose. Best may have gotten it back, but they're still scrambling for it now at the bottom of the pile. Ducks think they have it. And they do. Wow. Eddie Pleasant, the man who came up with it.
And that is just poor execution between quarterback and running back. And that's on Javid Best just as much as it's on Kevin Riley. You know, Javid Best did not give him a nice pocket. A little bit lazy on the handoff by Kevin Riley. I can't tell you, Terry, how many times you go over that in practice. And Jeff Tedford, the repetition, spring practice, fall. You cannot make that type of play on the big stage.
They had a fumble earlier in the game, but that was by the defense after the fumble by Oregon. So that's the first offensive turnover this year for Cal. Oregon keeps it on the ground. Remini Alston, backup tailback, the junior from Greensboro, on the carry. He'll get some time today, along with Barner and LaMichael James.
It's not automatic for a quarterback. When you come away from center, there are times when your running back's going to be at different distances, different angles. It's not going to be perfect every play, and that's why it's so important for a quarterback to work with running back.
Masoli's got Dixon wide open over the middle. Big gain down to the 30 of Cal. How big has this guy been today?
A lot of doubters out there with this Oregon offense first 3 weeks of the season. But I'll tell you, if Oregon starts throwing the ball with this type of efficiency and Masoli is this sharp, this is going to be an Oregon offense again that is going to be very tough to handle.
After the gain of 25, Alston breaks through. Scott Room still up inside the 10. Remine Alston. And they're keeping the Cal defense on their heels right now. Mixing it up, a gain of 21.
When you run the spread offense, you count. Too many defensive players inside, you throw the football. But if you have success throwing the ball, as Masoli has here in the second quarter, it really opens things up. You get Cal playing more pass heavy, and then Oregon gashes you on the ground.
Alston again in at tailback. First down, Masoli to the air. Dixon the catch, fighting his way, close, but out of bounds. Stepped out at the 2. Red Johnson pushed him out there.
Well, there are times in a football game as a quarterback, and Jeff Tedford was a pretty good quarterback in his day, where it all becomes easy. It's like shooting fish in a barrel, and Masoli's making all the throws look easy as this game winds into the middle of the second quarter.
Alston, the tailback, hit at the line of scrimmage, powers his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. And the offense has shown up today.
Clockwork drive. Great mix of run and pass. And Masoli, the engineer, making it all happen.
So they spread it out again. Remember, Costa threw for the touchdown last time out of that formation. Now they'll bring it back in. Or the extra point, the 2-point conversion, I should say. Morgan Flint, the conventional way now. Yeah, it's good. It's been all Oregon, 18-3. Last week, by the way, it was Jimi Hendrix in Seattle. How about the musical journey this week? In Caddyshack, I think, than any others. 18-3 Oregon. Vereen and Ross finally come up with it. It's Jeremy Ross out to the 23. That's it. Boy, not much is going right for the Cal Bears so far. Number 6 on the road and struggling. All right, so we get the Animal House thing on campus here. And Aflac. Now our Aflac trivia question. Which university location was the original campus selected for the filming of Animal House?
Great story behind this answer, by the way.
An Animal House guy. I mean, you know this already, but...
or girl.
Right. You know, you use it both ways. Same thing. Javid Best. The lone setback now. And Kevin Riley trying to get this offense going. They have struggled against the Oregon defense. Best, big hole for Javid. Look at him. Close to a first down, may have it. A gain of 11, they'll call it, and if it is, that will definitely move the chains.
Yeah, that was a nice job by the secondary of Oregon, keeping angles on Javid Best. There are going to be times, even when you're sticking to your responsibilities, you're stopping him occasionally at the line of scrimmage. There are going to be times where you have to keep your leverage, and Javis Lewis, in particular, the safety, kept him hemmed back to the middle of the field, made a nice open field tackle.
Best in motion, there he goes. Looking for a block, he gets one, cuts back, and a gain of about 4 to the 37-yard line. All right, the Aflac trivia question. Which university location was the original campus selected for the filming of Animal House?
Think Big 12.
There you go, University of Missouri. Tell the story.
Well, you know, the president of the University of Missouri looked at the script and the project. He said, I can't have that going on in my campus.
For good reason.
But the president at the University of Oregon at the time, he had previously been down to California as a president. He turned down the filming of the great movie The Graduate. He was determined not to make the same mistake a second time.
Wonder if he was happy after he saw the movie. Quick out, Moran Tucker trying to get outside. Big gain, first down. Tucker driven out at the 47. First catch of the afternoon.
Cal coming out with some resolve on this drive, and the offensive line has responded. They've created some creases for Job at best. They've set up some opportunities outside for Kevin Riley. As always, offensively, the tempo is set up front by the big fellas, and Cal's offensive line needs to start taking control up front.
Tucker, the junior college transfer from El Camino Community College. Play action, Riley looking deep. Middle of the field, no chance. And they were looking for Tucker again. He is their deep threat. Had a big one in the opener against Maryland. Willie Glass first step.
I don't like the throwing decision by Kevin Riley. Now, when you're going to take a shot on a deep ball, you've got to get your eyes trained down the field, and you have to see some sort of advantage between wide receiver and defensive back, and Glassford, too much depth. I didn't like the picture. I thought Riley should have come down underneath after checking the deep ball.
May see them try that a couple more times, though. Remember, Walter Thurman, excellent cornerback, has that knee injury. He's on the sideline. Glassford's back there now. Vereen spinning to midfield. That's it. Reminder, ABC Comedy Wednesday at 8/7 Central.
This is a nice area for Nick Aliotti, the defensive coordinator, to turn loose some heat. And he's been showing quite a bit of zone pressure lately. Let's see where the pressure comes from. Rushing three.
No pressure. Almost picked off over the middle. Spencer Pasinger had a chance, but it brings up 4th and 9. This big play offense for Cal. So many plays throughout the season so far. Over 20 yards. Longest gain today, that 12-yard catch by Tucker on the last series.
Aliotti throws a changeup, drops 8. That makes it very difficult for a quarterback to find options down the field, and Pasinger a great job of reading Riley's eyes.
Ryan Anger on the punt. Kenyon Barner back at his own 10. Going to come up, look right up into the sunshine. Nice job. That's where the Ducks will take over when we come back. Back in Eugene, Autzen Stadium, our Pacific Life game summary. A lot of positive numbers so far for the Oregon Ducks, David.
And what really jumps out at you are the passing yards. This Oregon offense averaged over 40 yards a game, or 40 points a game, excuse me, the last 2 seasons. And with Masoli clicking, throwing the football, I think they become a very heavy load for any defense to handle.
And to keep it on the ground this time, LaMichael James bounces off of the tackler near sideline. Cross midfield goes James. Great look at the speed of the 5'9", 180-pounder from Texarkana, Texas, a gain of 36.
And not just the speed, but how about the pop? This is Michael Muhammad, number 18. And he runs over 2 defenders for Cal.
He hit Brett Johnson, who went backward. Masoli to throw. He's got Dixon again. Far sideline. That's the 7th catch of the afternoon for Ed Dixon. He came in with just 4 all year. And you look at Masoli last week against Utah. David, he was 4 of 16 for 95 yards.
And you take the big completion to Jeff Mayle away.
Right.
And he threw for less than 50 yards.
14 of 17 today. You're a quarterback. How the heck does that happen?
That happens. I think Jeremiah Masoli would be the first one to tell you that. And he has been a Jekyll and Hyde type of guy throwing the football. We mentioned the last 3 games of the season a year ago, including the bowl game. Going for big yards, over 300 yards a game. And then all of a sudden he has days where he really struggles with his accuracy. I know the Cal defensive staff, especially Bob Gregory, they're saying, why would Masoli pick a day like today to get on track?
Yeah, right. He didn't have a completion in the entire second half last week against Utah. James wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Tyson Alualu, preseason All-American, a 3-year starter and a great one.
Alualu is not only one of the top defensive ends in the Pac-10, I think he's one of the best edge players in the country. Look how big he is for a defensive end. Great feet, runs extremely well. Look at the arms on him.
Does he run well enough to maybe even play linebacker at the next level?
I don't know. He plays a bit like a Troy Polamalu. I think he's too big. I think he's going to play that defensive end position.
Rice off the side of his foot. That actually made it to the stands. Wow, the true freshman from Moraga, California wants to get off the field in a hurry right now. That was a Theismann punt. I think. I don't know about the face paint, but I'll join the tailgating out there. Gorgeous day here in Eugene. Cal takes over after the 5-yard punt by Jackson Rice.
How'd you feel about the duck calls?
Draw the line there, too. Javid Best, the tailback. Kevin Riley now trying to hear. Call out the play at the line of scrimmage. Best looks for a block, hit hard. After a gain of maybe 2, that's it. We'll check out Matt Weiner in the studio right now. Matt? Southwest of Florida State beats BYU and then struggles this week. Quick throw over the middle, complete. Anthony Miller, the tight end, with the catch. Just a couple of plays over 10 yards plus in the game for Cal, the explosive offense that they are. So it brings up 3rd and 2. David, you know, Jeff Tedford's had to answer the question last couple of weeks. You're off to a great start, but you got off to a great start 2 years ago. 5-0, you were within an eyelash of being #1. How is this different? Today, it hasn't been. Best wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage and dropped right there.
Well, if you're California, you're going to have to start throwing the ball in obvious run situations. And usually for Cal, 3rd and 3 is an obvious run situation. Oregon's packing things too tight along the line of scrimmage, and they're going with a nice mix of man-to-man outside. I think Kevin Riley's going to have to start dropping back, and he's going to have to start taking advantage of his playmakers, Tucker and Jones.
Hanging around for another punt. This one's off the side of his foot. All right, so what's going on? You had the 5-yard punt from Rice. And now Anger is one of the best. Yeah, the duck calls are loud right now. Man,
5-yard punts by opposing teams.
Yeah.
Wow.
Masoli on 1st and 10. Rolling, throwing, deep, Mayo, no. Back to what we just brought up a moment ago, though. In 2007, Cal was 5-0, almost #1. They dropped 6 of their next 8 games to disappear. And, you know, Jeff Tedford keeps getting the question, what did you learn? He said, well, the focus on details, and I take the responsibility.
Well, you have to give Tedford great credit. This is a national exposure football program.
Masoli breaks a tackle to the outside. 1st down. Doing it with his arm, doing it with his feet. And a gain of 16. This defense hasn't figured the Ducks out at all so far.
Yeah, he's as dangerous as it gets at the quarterback position. when he runs the football, and you allow him to get outside, and he is a nightmare.
Under the line of scrimmage quickly this time. Michael James bounces out, still up, racing inside the 10. First and goal, Oregon.
This offense comes at you in waves when it's clicking. And the passing has been lacking. Masoli so efficient, and that is creating so much in terms of space for LaMichael James.
Crowd reacted. They wanted the horse collar. Masoli to the 4. Sidquan Thompson stopped him there.
And coming out of that Boise State game, everybody talking about Oregon. You know, they lose LeGarrette Blount. This is a real problem. They're no longer a contender in the Pac-10 nationally. I think LaMichael James, Chip Kelly has found a budding superstar at the tailback position.
Imagine the heat Chip Kelly was under too after that opening loss. Second and goal. James, touchdown. Just like that.
Well, he has some shake to him. Coaches talk about a back that can make people miss, and the California defense on roller skates for the better part of that drive.
Pretty much. James, who missed the spring with a shoulder injury, getting a chance, bringing it home. 13 carries, 98 yards, and a touchdown. Morgan Flint for the extra point. What a shocker so far in Eugene. It has been all Oregon on top of the number 6 team in the nation. We heard the last couple of days, well, the offense, we're not used to this here. We're used to putting up big numbers. They're struggling. Got 25 points on the board against number 6. Shane Vereen not going to get a chance. Bring it out to the 20 for Cal with under a minute left until the break. And when we get to that break, it'll be the Cooper Tires halftime action out here. Last week, we were at Washington, USC. Number 3 team in the nation goes down to Washington, Steve Sarkisian. And this week, you've got Oregon up big on Cal. What's going on in the Pac-10?
Well, it's very early. You hear so much talk about Cal's the favorite to win the Pac-10, and what about Oregon, USC losing. I mean, this is the opener. This is a conference opener for both teams right here.
Wiley out of the gun, under pressure, down he goes. Kenny Rowe. He's been in there a couple of times.
Kenny Rowe has had himself a first half. You're going to see the bottom of the screen, and he comes clean. Not much Kevin Riley can do there.
Never really saw him. Didn't come initially and then came like a shot.
And that doesn't do much to inspire confidence on your blind side as a quarterback.
And here you got to be careful as we're under 25 seconds. You hand it to number 4. Jonathan Best up to the 26. He's had his solid gains, but nothing big. They've kept him under wraps.
Yeah, nice job by Oregon here to use one of their 2 final timeouts. They've got a timeout for Cal's 3rd down play. So Chip Kelly hoping that maybe a turnover or maybe a shot to make a play on special teams. But Terry, this has been a huge surprise, the way that Oregon has played offensively. Jeremiah Masoli has looked brilliant throwing the football, and when he does that, this Oregon offense is potent.
You played at UCLA. You were a quarterback, and the coaches here said, you know, don't worry about Jeremiah Masoli. He's a confident kid. Nothing rattles him. But Chip Kelly was under heat after the Boise State loss. Masoli's been under a lot of heat. He comes back. What does it take inside for a quarterback to come like this week.
Chip Kelly talks about his resilience, how he does respond, how he comes back, and it looks today like he hasn't been bothered by the lack of success he's had in the first 3 weeks. I mean, he looks like $1 million out there.
And the defense so far for at best, the leading scorer in the nation, third leading rusher, holding Cal to just 3 points. It's been pretty darn impressive. 14 of 18 Minnesota is. Wiley's going to hand it off to Bess. Nowhere to go. And the clock will run down. And out. That'll do it. Listen to Autzen Stadium. It's going to get loud right now. Number 6 Cal on the road. The Pac-10 opener for both. And the Oregon Ducks have been dominant to this point. 25-3 over Javid Best and Cal. Cooper Tire halftime report coming up next.